As a part of Full Sail Partners' 10-year anniversary, we are highlighting each of our employees in a series called Getting to Know Your Coworker. Today, we are spotlighting Scott Gailhouse. Hey, good afternoon, Scott.
Hey, Sarah.
All right, well, let's first start off with those easy questions. What is your role at the company? How long have you worked at Full Sail Partners? And where are you located?
Okay, I am a senior principal consultant. I also manage the consulting team. I've been with the firm for 18 years, actually in 3 days, 18 years, and I'm in Denver, Colorado.
So a little bit longer than our 10-year history, so it goes back a couple of different firms. And so 18 years, I think you are the longest standing employee that we have.
Yeah, well, somebody once said I was the oldest and the longest tenured. So, how do you take that?
I stick with the longest.
I like it.
All right, well, let's start with some of the job questions. Where do you work most frequently when you work from home?
I actually have a dedicated office. So I turned one of my extra bedrooms in my house here into an office, and it keeps me disciplined. So I have an office to go to every day.
Great. Well, how many cups of coffee, tea, or cola do you have, or beverage of choice do you have each morning?
I have 2 cups of coffee. I have one here, and then I drive to Starbucks every day and have a cup of coffee there. So
What type of coffee at Starbucks?
I just have the plain old pike roast coffee, but I get to see other people and, feel like I'm part of the human race. So I like to go there.
It's one of the things working remote that we have to do, right?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I know that the next answer to this question. So tell us a little bit about your in-house pets as colleagues.
Yes, I have 2 miniature dachshunds. I have a short-haired dapple named Izzy, and I have a long hair named Roxy. And they're horrible office assistants, but they're very good company, and I enjoy having them hang out. And you'll hear them on a call on occasion.
They're beautiful. I love the hair, especially the long-haired one. So
yeah, thank you. She's pretty.
All right. Well, what's your favorite thing about your job?
I think my favorite thing is it's different every day. When I worked in industry, it was, okay, on Mondays, we're going to do this. Tuesdays, we're going to do this. It's not the case here. You think you know what your week's going to look like, but it's different. And then I also like the troubleshooting and problem solving that we do. And we have such a great team that likes that too. So it's challenging, but I think we all enjoy it. And I like collaborating with them on those things.
Those are the things I love as well. It's always a different day. So
yeah, I love that.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you could pick up a new skill in an instant, what would it be?
Learning languages. I would love to pick up a language, any language, and know it fluently. Because then, you could communicate with anybody in the world. And I just think that would be so cool.
Yeah. Is there a particular language you have in mind?
I'd like to learn Spanish. I tried Spanish, those apps that you can get, and you can try to learn Spanish. Failed miserably. That's why I'd like to be able to just pick it up instantaneously.
That would be an amazing trait to have.
I'd love that.
Well, what's one piece of advice you wish you had received sooner?
I received this advice a long time ago. I just never took it. And it was, don't sweat the small stuff. And I always sweat the small stuff. And I've gotten better about it, but I wish I could perfect that, because I don't know how to not do that. But that's a piece of advice I'd love to follow.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's skip over to the personal questions. Okay. What is one thing at the very top of your bucket list?
I would have to say traveling back to Europe. I went to Germany and Austria 3 years ago, and it was wonderful. And I'd love to go more to the northern part, Italy, Greece, Croatia, one of those places. But definitely a trip back to Europe would be wonderful.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of Europe. I haven't seen the German area that you're talking about.
It's
It's
pretty
it's
amazing.
wonderful to explore.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I have not asked anybody this question. Do you collect anything? And if so, what?
Yes, I do. And like I told you, it's lame, but I collect graphic t-shirts. I have probably 150 graphic t-shirts. They have art designs on them, bands, sayings, whatever, but I have tons of those. And I just can't stop myself from buying more. Every time I see one that I think is unique and different, I'll buy it.
Is there a favorite one that you have?
Um, no, I've got a couple that I like. There's one that has some Beatles lyrics on it that I like, and just some that are just brightly colored and are more artistic. Those are my favorite ones.
Yeah, my daughter just got a graphic T-shirt and it had a Beatles lyric, and it's one
All
of her
right.
favorites. So
That's all. Is it Whisper Words of Wisdom?
no,
Let
it
it
was
be.
love. Had to do with the word love. I can't remember what the lyric was.
They have
So
so many good ones. I mean, you know.
all right. So favorite band, movie, or book, or maybe all three.
I have two favorite bands. Queen is like my all-time favorite band. And I think One Republic is more my recent favorite band. As far as movies go, any John Hughes movie, Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I love any of his movies. And book, Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. I read that first in high school because we had to, and I've probably have read it 20 times since. It just, I don't know if that teenage angst still speaks to me all these years later, but I love that book.
I can tell you, band and movie, you are on par with my husband. Like those are exactly
Oh,
the
really?
things that he likes. Well, plus Goonies, but that's so. But
I'll give him
all
a
of those
pass for
sorts of things.
Goonies.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's skip over to this or that. So, just off the top of your head, which answer resonates with you the most? Are you a morning person or a night person?
Absolutely morning. I get up at 5:30 every day, and I just love to see well, sometimes the sunrise, and I love the way the air smells in the morning. So definitely a morning person.
Nice. All right. Sweet or savory?
Savory. I don't have a sweet tooth at all.
All right. Coffee, cola, or tea?
Coffee. I'm a big coffee drinker.
All right. Freshly baked cookies or freshly baked bread?
Definitely bread. I never eat bread. I love bread. I love heavily buttered bread, but I never get to eat it. So I would definitely take bread every time.
All right. What about movies, hip hop or country? Or sorry, music, hip hop or country. Sorry.
I definitely would be more on the country side, not a huge country fan, but I would definitely prefer that over hip hop music.
Okay. Now movies, comedy or action?
Comedy.
All right. Road trip or plane trip?
Um, I'm all about road rage, so I definitely would take a plane trip. So I wouldn't be driving.
All right. Snow or sand?
Well, since I live in Denver, I would probably take sand just because it would be different for me.
Okay.
I love the snow, but I would like to play in the sand.
All right. Ninja or wizard?
Probably wizard, just, the knowledge, all of that.
All right. Teleportation or flying?
Oh, teleportation, definitely.
All right. Last question. Scrambled, fried, or poached eggs?
Scrambled, well done would be my choice.
Okay, great. Well, I even learned some things today about you, Scott. And so I appreciate you joining us, and I hope your fellow coworkers learned more about you as well.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you, Scott.